this is a real special moment. Took me fucking 30 years to get in front of a crowd this big here in Toronto. Yeah. Right now we're gonna play you the brand new song from our brand new record. This is the title track. This is called Juggernaut of Justice.
Heavy T.O. Day 2 here at Downsview Park in Toronto, and we are sitting with a Canadian metal legend, of course, Lips from ANVIL. How are you doing today, man?
I'm doing great, man. Absolutely beautiful day, ready to rock.
You are ready to rock. Awesome. How important is getting this European festival vibe in Canada? The Europeans have been doing it properly in terms of a big festival. Toronto, it's pretty remarkable that Toronto being a rock and roll city that we all know and love, this is one of the first open air events. How important is this to you as a band and performing here?
Well, it's obviously very important because it could grow to be extraordinarily important. I think it's something that's going to need to catch on here. I think North America has a different attitude towards this kind of thing in a certain sense. What you get a lot of is people, they have their favorite band, but they don't want to come see their favorite band for only a half an hour or 45 minutes. And it costs a hell of a lot of money to go see that one band. A lot of people are not used to the idea of going to see a whole bunch of bands and paying a large amount of money. That's still something that's going to have to get. They don't look at it the same way as the European people do. They go, the European, it's the exact opposite. When you go play the clubs, especially in the summer, no one shows up because they're all going to the festivals because they get to see way more bands for their money.
So compare that European festival vibe, because you have done numerous in the last couple of years, compared to what we've got here. What are some of the main differences?
The amount of people. The amount of people. We're a fraction of what gets seen. Like, as an example, the Wacken Festival in Germany last summer, we played in front of 80,000 people there. I don't think there's 80,000 people here today.
Not yet. Give it some time, though, right? Okay, so given middle of the day,
that's not to say that we're not going to have as good a time and it won't be as good a show or anything like that. It's just the popularity of coming to these kind of things. This is a new thing here. You know.
So what can we expect midday here at Heavy T.O. Day 2 from ANVIL?
Oh, you're gonna
surprise.
Yeah, you're going to see three guys having the time of their life, you know, and celebrating their moment. I mean, this is a big moment for us. I mean, you know, 30 years in the business or more.
More for some of us, too.
Yeah. So.
But there's been a lot of big moments in the last couple of years with ANVIL.
Yeah, but not at home.
Right.
This is at home.
Right. So what's wrong with home then? Home and heavy metal. Why doesn't home and heavy metal click as well when you're traveling?
I think it does, but you're never appreciated at home the way you are abroad. It's just the way it is.
It seems to be the way it is with a lot of Canadians. Even going back to Triumph and all the classic bands, it's like everyone had to find fame. Rush, fame over the border.
Oh yeah, well that's really. It's just the Canadian thing. We won't believe unless other people believe.
That's very sad. Very sad.
Which is, well, I'm as much of part of the problem as the solution. Because when I listen to bands and I go, well, how well are they doing elsewhere? everything comes down to that, especially if they're Canadian. Like, if they get a record deal in the States, are they selling in the States? It's a contingency.
Let's talk real quick about Juggernaut of Justice, brand new studio record. Well, it's not really brand new now. You pleased with the reaction and how it came about?
Well, it came out really good. The reaction has been overwhelmingly positive. What can I say about it? It was, it was a special album. We had a lot of positive energy around us in writing and recording and everything. So, that's what makes it special. Environment is everything when you're putting stuff like that together, and whether it's on a conscious, subconscious, or unconscious level, it's your environment comes through in what you write. And I believe that it did this time too, but in much more of a positive way.
I think there's been a lot of positive energy after the film.
Absolutely.
Correct?
Absolutely. And during it. And really during it. Because I think, well, for me, having the screenwriter, when he first told me that he was going to make a movie, I knew what was going to happen. Although he didn't believe it as much as I did, but...
So what was your Nostradamus prediction then?
That it would end up everything that it ended up, that we would have won Spirit Awards, that I would have been on red carpets, that I would have played on major festivals, and that I'd have a great manager, and that everything would work out the way that it has. That was my prediction, and everything that I predicted has come to pass.
So what's your next prediction? Are we going to see a follow-up film?
There will be a follow-up film. There will be. It's just a question of when and how this present-day stuff all unfolds, to how and where and what we're going to do to approach it. But it will be not the same.
Is the script
completely? No, there's no script, but we know where we're going and what we're going to do, and it has absolutely nothing to do with the last one.
But see, every day you wake up, you seem to be writing the script yourself. This could be part of the script right
now.
That
could be. It could be.
Last question. We are counting down the top 30 greatest hard rock and heavy metal albums from Canada of all time, and we are almost at the top 5. And
okay.
2 of your records are in the top 5.
Well, that's phenomenal. I hope April Wine is.
April Wine actually they're bubbling under.
Okay, well, I'm going to give a vote for Number of the Beast, or what is it? Nature of the Beast.
Nature of the Beast. Now, what's your feeling on Metal and Fortunate Fire? They're timeless. They're still timeless.
Well, that's metal. When you write metal properly, it should be timeless. That's really and boy, have I discovered that. And the whole entire approach that we had to making the new albums was to make metal that was timeless. And what that is, it's not being ridiculously extreme. It's the ridiculously extreme that tends to come and go.
It's got to come from here.
I think you know what I mean by that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like if you're doing stuff like, let's say, Motorhead or like ANVIL have, that stuff is, or Ozzy or Black Sabbath, that stuff is really there forever. It has all the elements. It has when you can be fast. It has the stuff that when you're slow. Has sort of all the elements. Maybe not so commercial, because you don't want to do that, because that's anti-metal, right? You don't want to be a pop band, but you still got to have the melody, so that at least 20 years from now you can still sing, "Is he alive or dead?" You know what I mean? You still have the memorable melodies, and that's the timeless aspect.
Thank you for waving the flag in Canada, man. It's been an honor.
Thank you for supporting us, too.
Cheers.
Honestly. We got to bury the hatchet on whatever the fuck we ever...
Time's passed.
Listen, man, time has passed, and I don't give a fuck about anything that happened, and I'm grateful for all of it. And to be really fucking honest, the things that you wrote about, the albums that we did, how could you help but not? We had no... When you look at the whole story and what it all was, it's a miracle we were able to even get those records out to begin with, never mind how we went about doing them and what we ended up putting on them and the environment in which they were written.
Well, it's a matter of
and
taste,
having
it's a matter
said
of
that,
opinion, right?
we
So-
did pretty good.
Yeah,
Pretty
no,
good overall. Not stupendous because you can't. You can't when you have no support. You have no management. You have no record company. You are struggling. Period.
Welcome to the club, though, right?
Yeah.
Especially these
Hey, man,
days.
there's the big four, and then there's the rest of us.
Exactly. Well put.
Okay,
Awesome.
man.
Cheers.